Okay, so today I brought I don't got fish. I've got turtles. Yeah, a bunch of different turtles. Don't take them out quite yet. So I'm gonna bring different ones out and I'm gonna show you them. So I've got 5 different kinds of turtles out here. Let's bring these out first. So Josh is gonna take out this turtle. This turtle is called a Blandy's turtle. Really cool. So so the shell of a turtle is like fused to the turtle. So it's part of the turtle's body. And they can actually feel, they've got nerve endings all through their shell. So right when I touch him, see how he moved? He can feel that when I touch him. Blanding's turtles are special concern in Wisconsin. So yeah, they do kind of have sharp nails. Blanding's turtles are a special concern in Wisconsin. It goes special concern, threatened, endangered. So these guys are close to threatened and then they could become endangered. So I caught this one right before camp meeting and I thought you guys would like to see it, so I grabbed it. And then I'm going to release it once camp meeting's over.
Where did it come from?
Where did it come from? I found it on the road, kind of coming to camp. They're mostly aquatic, so he was probably crossing the road to go to a different pond or maybe lay eggs or something. But they don't usually come out of water. They can live up to 83 years. 83 years! If I got this turtle as a baby, it could probably outlive me. Yeah, he would be alive after I died. They're shy. They'll remain submerged for hours. They can hold their breath for hours underwater if they feel scared. Hours. Most people can't hold them for 30 seconds. So let's bring out the next turtle. Let's do the painted turtle. So this here guy is a painted turtle, and he's that baby. This one is the one that the Blanding's turtle is full grown. I'm gonna let Mike do it. But the rest of them are all babies. So this one is probably hatched this spring. Since he's so tiny, I'm gonna let Micah come around and show you guys. He'll try to get as close as you can, but you guys gotta promise to stay in your seats. If you can't get a good look, I'll have it at the gate afterwards. Okay. So that turtle is probably a hatchling. He probably hatched this spring. Yeah, he's tiny. They use painted. Okay, guys, you guys gotta remember to stay sitting. If you can't see it now, I'll have it at the gate at the end. Painted turtles, they'll live usually 40 years, but the oldest painted turtle was 55 years. They eat in water. They have to have water to swallow their food. So like if the water level is really low, like one of my turtles, its tank got really low, and when I feed it these little pellets, he grabbed the food and then he had to dunk his head in the water to be able to eat it. Otherwise he couldn't swallow. They'll cluster on, they like to sun themselves, so they're also cold-blooded animals, like the frog. They're cold-blooded animals, so they need to warm up in the sun or cool down in the shade. So if it's kind of cold or in the morning, they'll get out and they'll go on logs. And some people have seen 50 turtles on one log, just stacked on top of each other. They'll just stack and stack and stack, trying to get sun.
What about a hunt?
We won't touch it now, but maybe I'll let you touch it at the end, okay? People already touched it? Okay, well let's not touch it until the end, okay guys? Just so we don't stress it out because it's really a baby. We don't want to stress it. Well, yeah, but this won't stress it too much. Just like when we're at the end, then I can monitor how much we're touching it and keep it in the water and stuff. Let's see, which one should we do next? Let's do the musk turtle. Okay, so Josh can bring this one around too if you guys promise to stay in your seats again. Musk turtles, they live 40 to 60 years. Those ones I got as babies, about 6 6 years ago, and they're still really little. They're a real slow-going turtle. When they're full grown, they'll be about this big. But right now, it'll take like 50 years, or it'll take a long time for him to grow. I'll probably have those all my life. Let's see. They can't swim very well because you see how the painted turtle's real flat? That helps him stay above the water. But if you notice the musk turtle, it's real round, so he can't swim very good. He doesn't float very nice. So most of the time he'll just walk around in the shallow water. Okay, let's see here. Let's do the map turtle. There we go. Okay, Micah can walk this one around. What's his name? I don't really name my animals because I have so many. I call them by what they're called. So I call that one my painted turtle. You see, if you guys can see when he brings it around, it's got little lines all over its head. And well, yeah, I could name him Paint. But the lines on his head of the map turtle, that's why it's called a map turtle, because someone thought it looked like rivers or something on a map. Huh? The baby's scared? No, he's just swimming. He doesn't understand what a wall is. He goes along, he's like, this looks like air. Ugh. Hey, who made hard air? Can't figure it out. It's like, it's hard air. I've never had trouble with that before. Let's see. What turtle was I bringing out? Turtle. Map turtle. They can live 15 to 20 years. They live in ponds. They like water, so all of these are aquatic turtles. So they like to live in ponds, lakes, streams, and they'll eat like fish and snails. Hey Josh, could I have you come back here and get the next turtle? So this one, oh, he's got hair wrapped around him. Okay, this one's a snapping turtle. It's a common snapping turtle. Yeah, you saw a big one? Yeah. Okay, he's gonna bring it around. Please don't touch it. So they're apex predators. So what an apex predator means is they're the top predator in their environment. So nothing really eats them. So they're like turkey vultures. Do you know like turkey vultures will clean up dead animals that die and stuff on the roads or something? Well, snapping turtles are really good for the environment because they do the same thing but underwater. So if an animal dies underwater, it would decay and it would just mess up the water and make it kind of toxic for other animals. But the snapping turtle, God made it to eat those animals that have died so that they won't hurt the environment. Yeah, well, they've got like a beak kind of. But one thing I thought was really cool, the human bite force, so how hard you can bite, everyone goes like this. Bite as hard as you can. So a human bite force is 292 pounds per square inch. So yeah, he'll bring it around. But the snapping turtle is 147 pounds per square inch. So that means that you actually have a stronger bite force than a snapping turtle. If you had a biting contest with a snapping turtle, you would win. They can weigh up to 10 to 30 pounds and live 40 years. They can stay underwater for 3 hours without rising to breath, and they need that because they swim around looking for fish, and what they'll do sometimes is they'll sit with their mouth open, and then if the fish kind of swims near, all of a sudden it's like a trap. So their fish swims near, clomp, and it's got it. So, let's see. In Isaiah 43, it says that God has called you by name. He knows and loves you. There are 8 billion people on earth, and He knows your name. There are over 310 species of turtles, and I only have 4. I don't even name them. I'm so glad that God knows us. Does anyone have any questions? I think I have time. Do I have time for a couple questions?
I'm going to say that if they have questions, maybe they can come and ask you after the meeting.
Okay, so if you guys got questions, because I know a lot of you do, well, I'll have them out by the back, and then you can ask the questions then. And oh wait, I almost forgot something. So these turtles, they will shed. They can't come out of their shell. Their shell is actually fused to them. So they can't come out of their shell. It'd be like you trying to yank out your backbone. It wouldn't work. But they can shed pieces of their shell. So I have some pieces. See these? Can everybody see them? If you guys can't see them, I will have them at the end again. These two. But they'll shed their little plates as they grow. Sometimes like every year or something. Thanks for reminding me that. And one more thing, make sure you look closely at all the creatures God has made, and you'll learn so much about the God who loves you.
Thank you. Thank you.